is a world-class artist that won a Grammy 2 years ago. It was Thai. It was all over TV, but she had the best. She was the best. She had the best artwork. So, and it was all because she gave the best speech. So she knocked it out of the water. So Shanita, whenever you are ready, we are ready to hear your speech today.
Thank you. It's my honor to speak for you today at the Speakathon, Toastmasters Speakathon. Toastmasters is really helping me to see the benefit. I'm really seeing the benefit of being in Toastmasters. Understanding my leadership style is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Since I recently was certified in transformative justice circles, I have my certification. When I went over the information for and learned so much about leadership styles, after I took the assessment, it helped me to see that coaching was what I am best at. And that information helped me to see that I would be able to lead the participants who joined the transformative justice circles to speak with one another and seek resolution of their conflict, and also get greater understanding of one another's perspectives. Now, when you participate in circles, it's an intentional space designed to help us bring our best self into dialogue, into the dialogue process, and it aims to give a voice to every participant. And it reveals connections, it can show up differences, it can engage the participants in all the dimensions that a person has, such as their emotional, their physical, mental, and spiritual parts of themselves. The circle structure slows down our usual pace of dealing with a situation, and it helps you to be both respectful and reflective at the same time. Now, as a participant, when you're invited, you have the opportunity to speak from the heart, to listen from the heart, to hold confidential. This is a confidential process. So when you leave out of this circle, you wouldn't discuss this information with anyone because the information is confidential. And respect for everyone is very important. You have the opportunity, like I said, to speak your mind. Now, there's different types of circles. Can be a connection circle, addressing harm circle. Maybe there was something that happened in a family or a community where people could get together and handle a situation with a circle. There could be social or emotional leaning circles. Maybe someone did something that was you might want to take them to court over it. But instead, you could handle it in a circle. There could be teaching circles, different subjects, such as safe driving. Important but difficult conversations can be handled in circles like traumas, bereavement, bullying, race, and gender inequity. But building healthy relationships and partnerships are another thing that can be handled in circles. And you can also have celebration circles. Now, the circle, how I could see that this is going to benefit me, my coaching, being able to be a good coach, because I show that I have the ability to allow others to take the lead. In circles, you sit. There's an organized seating arrangement where all the participants in the circle the geometry of the whole circle matters, because it's very important to seat everyone in a circle so that the seating arrangements allow everyone to see everyone else, and you be accountable and you can see everyone face to face. Also, there's an opening ceremony. We might begin with yoga stretches or even a song or a chant. And then there's a centerpiece. The centerpiece of the circle creates a focal point that supports speaking from the heart and listening from the heart. The centerpiece usually sits in the floor in the center of the open space inside the circle of the chairs. And typically this is a cloth or a mat base. The centerpiece often emphasizes inclusion by incorporating symbols of individual might hold sacred to themselves. So once again, I learned using skills of coaching, I would be encouraging cohesiveness, collaborative work. I would be helping the group to see that I am trying to promote a positive personal relationship, and I would try to avoid conflicts, and also increasing the opportunity to repair broken trust is also included in being a coach. Now, also, there are guidelines. The participants in the circle play a major role in determining what the guidelines are. So I took some guidelines from the 5 R's of Restorative Practices by Beverly B. Title, PhD. And she helped me to see that respect is one of the guidelines that we would definitely go by in these circles, because restorative processes require deep listening, and it needs to be done in a way that you don't presume that you know what the speaker is going to say, but that we honor the importance of the other person's point of view. Our focus for listening is to understand other people, even if we disagree with their thinking, and we can be respectful and try hard to comprehend how what it means to them. And then also responsibility. Restorative practices, for it to be effective, personal responsibility must be taken. Each person needs to take responsibility for any harm that was caused to another person, admitting ways that they may did something wrong, even if it was unintentional. So taking responsibility also includes willingness to give an explanation of the harmful behavior. So once again, I can really see how my coaching style that I discovered through taking the time to examine the different leadership styles that people have is pointing out to me that I would really be great at being a transformative justice coach. And some of the other leadership styles, coaching was my number one, but I also learned more about the democratic leadership style and the affiliative leadership style. So once again, I really see how Toastmasters is benefiting me in all of the pursuits that I have in my life. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Shanita. Ms. Timer, Sandy, could you please give Shanita 1 minute on the clock so we can give her some feedback?
Was I getting timed?
Yeah, could you see my screen?
No.
Oh, that explains a lot.
I only saw Arturo the whole time.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It's probably my fault. Sorry.
If you have your screen on speaker view, you'll see yourself and one other person usually.
Yep.
Have
I
it-
was me and Arturo is all I saw.
Yeah, and if you put it on gallery view, you'll see everyone, and that might help you to see the person who's doing the timing thing in the screen.
Ah.
We can't hear you, Mimi.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was wondering what was happening. Okay. What I was saying is that I want to suggest for all the speakers to pin the timer, to pin Sandy and Eric. So if you're on a computer, you can hover over Sandy's picture, and there will be 3 dots that pop up. Click those 3 dots and click pin. And that way you know for sure that you will be looking at Sandy and see her screen and know when it's your time. And I'm done.
Okay,
Bye.
and our minute's up too. No worries. Thanks, Mimi.
All right. So now we will move on to our second speaker. Our second speaker is Janet. Janet Sellers is an artist, writer, and speaker. Her biggest picture is 500 feet long that she did with Los Angeles gang youth at Risk Youth in East Los Angeles. After that, everything is quite small by comparison. She likes to write nonfiction, particularly information-oriented, things about culturally modified trees and local historical sites. Miss Janet, take it away.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Everybody, I hope you'll participate today. My speech is about showing action because I'm doing the evaluation one. And so the thing that we'll do today, if you'll do it with me, is I'm going to take action and I'd like you to do it with me. Now, everybody here is on a screen, and we know that our screen life is hard on our body. It's particularly hard on our neck and our shoulders. I'm going to show you 5 things that will make your day better, make you smarter, make you a better athlete, and you'll end your day ready to do something you would really like to do if you've been bogged down in something else. Sometimes we have work to do, sometimes we have chores to do, but I'm going to show you some things that will loosen up your neck and your shoulders and let your spinal fluid flow, and you'll feel like a new person. This is not something I made up. I looked at different information, and one of the men said he was giving it to his students because they were trying to be better at their athletic abilities. I did it, and I found that I was better at thinking. So the first one, this only takes 3 minutes a day. The first one to do, I'll show it to you and then ask you to do it as well. Hopefully you can see. It's simply bending your head down as far as you can go, and then bending it up in a kind of stretch, not squishing the back of your neck, but bending it down and then bringing it back up. And that one you can do for as long as you like. Don't stress anything. I'm going to go through it faster than you would probably do it at home. I'm just showing you how. The next one to do, I call it the owl. And you can put one hand on one shoulder and just slowly breathe and turn one direction as far as you can comfortably go. And then slowly breathe in and go the other direction. You probably feel some stiffness even now. And then change arms. And the arm part is pretty important. Just so you know, all of these can be done on an airplane, and you'll end up arriving at your destination fully rejuvenated because you can do them several times through the flight. If going to Europe, coming back from Japan, that's what we did. 15-hour flight, and we felt good. The next one I think is the hardest one for me because my position of my head for looking at a computer is this way or this way, but it's not this way, which is you have good posture and then you lean so that this ear is reaching to the sky. Don't try to squish your neck down, but reach into the sky. And you can hopefully hear it, feel it. If your arm is up, it's not going to work. So you have to have your arms down or on your chest. And you can feel the stretch. And then gently go to the other side. If I do this early in the morning, my head doesn't want to move anywhere. Now, this is something, if you can remember, if you have any trauma in your life, childhood trauma or other trauma, you do this. And for example, I'm leaning this direction. I would look up to the opposite direction and hold that position for 30 seconds. Then I would do this other position that I showed you and look up in the opposite direction. And that, my friends, clears the vagus nerve of memory. It's chemical memory. When we have trauma, some traumas we get over quickly, some traumas we don't. Our chemistry is stuck. The vagus nerve says, oh, I know what this is. Let's go. Let's panic. And then we feel horrible. And we talk to people, and we have a therapist, and the vagus nerve is just sitting there running this energy and chemicals. So that one for me has been huge to help me out. The next one I call the turtle. And by the way, you can do it sitting down, but it's better to do it standing up so that you are not leaning into, having your seat kind of like this. You want to be up more, or even if you have your feet on some stairs so that your knees are always lower than your hips. So the next one I call the turtle, and you move forward like a turtle, back. And if you don't have a double chin doing this, you're not doing it right. I was happy to know that because I think I have a triple chin. And I wear it proudly. I raised 2 kids by myself. I can tell you right now, working and raising 2 kids by yourself, you should have 5 chins. The next one is the last one I'm going to show you. And there are more. And this one is a half circle. So the well, actually, if you want to do the Janet Jackson, you can't move your eyes, but you can move. I can't even do it. You remember how she did that? I can't do it. That's why I'm not going to show you. The next one is just a half circle down and let that ear go up, and then gently half circle down, let that ear go up. So those are things that we do. You can do them throughout the day or in the early morning of the day. You can do it at your desk. You will feel like $1,000,000 after you do it. It may take time, but by the end of this meeting, you should feel a little bit different. You should feel like, I feel pretty wired up. So we did 5 things. We did leaning your head forward and back. We did moving it side to side. We did it around the owl. We did the turtle, and we did the half circle. So there's 5 things that we did. I hope you have a very refreshed day. I look forward to seeing how well this works for you. Please let me know, maybe next week or another time. And when you're on an airplane or stuck in a train or in a car, remember, especially if you're driving, do it when you're at a stop sign. But you can do this and refresh yourself and feel good all day long. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Miss Timer, could we put 1 minute on the clock? Thank you.
And time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Kim Connor. And Kim is one of the most prepared Toastmaster members I know in our group. She is currently working on her dynamic leadership style. She will be given a simple introduction on a company that pays by the name of Novi. She realizes now with her new leadership position in her company, it is time to take her speaking expertise to the next level. Today, I'm looking to improve on she's looking to improve on her time, engagement, and flow of speech. Miss Kim, take it away.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, I am very honored to be a part of the Speak Off today. I realized that with my pathways, my dynamic leadership, and now that I have a new position in my company, I realize that I need to take my presentation modes to the next level. So thank you guys for allowing me to use you as my audience. So without any further ado, who am I? I was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I actually moved to Colorado in 2014. I had my Section 8 transferred from New Mexico to Colorado Springs. My mother passed away in 2014. I just made her a promise that I was not going to let her having to live like that be in vain. So I started my entrepreneurship in financial literacy in 2019. Since then, 2 short years later, I was able to accomplish the top 4 rising star senior consultant in my company. That's top 4 of the whole entire company. I was also recently inducted into the Nove's Leadership Advisory Team. So that is Kimberly Connor in a nutshell. What I also want to let you guys know, I will be covering how my main goal of leadership is to inspire individuals to get more out of life, to educate them about how to do it, and also provide them with an opportunity to go and get it. So without any further ado, this is an amazing company that has literally saved my life. This company actually inspires people to get more out of life, like I said. We educate them on how to go about it, and we provide them with opportunities to make it happen with 5 pillars of what we offer in financial literacy. We offer personal credit, business funding, real estate, and guess what? An income opportunity. Now, when I say this is a company that pays, we pay in more ways than one. The reason that I'm so passionate about my leadership with this company is that there are major problems even before the pandemic, guys. Millions of people are struggling financially. It is our duty to not only provide the opportunity and the information, but also to educate, coach, teach, and spread the financial literacy. Did you guys know that over 2.5 million people, they actually seek debt counseling each year just to avoid bankruptcy? And more than 25% of Americans, they have no savings. And about 49% of them have no retirement. As we all know, show of hands, in 2020, we saw a record number of unemployment claims. More than 55 million Americans, they were jobless in those 5 months. And even now today, some of the jobs that they did have has not reopened. That is why I'm here to provide an opportunity for an extra stream of income, just simply by spreading financial literacy. Okay, so it all starts, like I said, with credit education. Did you guys also know that I give credit tips for free? It doesn't cost you a thing. Education is free, knowledge is free, but let me tell you something else about that. Applied knowledge is powerful. So I just want to give you guys a couple of credit tips. If you'd like to, go ahead and take a screenshot of this for the sake of time. But the payment history, it equals 35% of your credit score, or 90 192 points. Credit utilization equals 30% of your credit history, or either 165 points. The age of credit is 15% or 82 points. A credit mix is 10% or 55 points. And new credit or either inquiries is about 10% or 55% of your points. Now, I will open up this forum to Q&A, questions and answers, if time allows me, okay? But without any further ado, I'm gonna keep on pushing. Did you guys know that we are born with a 300 credit score? So with these accumulated points of all 5 factors, that will equal 550 points. So your 300 that you're born with plus that 550 is gonna give you a perfect 850 credit score. All right. So we do have 3 lovely options to help you rebuild your credit score, eliminate debt quickly, and even track your progress, okay? So we do have a DIY that's only a one-time fee of $50. And then we have the Nove Money Basic, which is only a one-time enrollment of $209 and then $59 a month thereafter for however long you need the services. It's not a contract, so you can cancel at any time. We also have, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take a screenshot of that. Go ahead and take a screenshot, for your records, and then get back with the person that invited you to this webinar, and they'll be more than happy to assist you and let you know how we can help you. Okay. Also, we have been able to delete since the inception of our company, we've been able to delete over millions of derogatory items that were on our client's account, okay? We've been able to remove student loans. We've been able to remove medical bills, okay? The clients, and also we have trade lines, guys. So you can apply for guaranteed trade lines. Like I said, it pays, this company pays more ways than one. Customers are getting real results, real people. But don't take my word for it. Google it. Go under NoveMoneyReviews.com. I'll say that again for the people in the back. NoveMoneyReviews.com. You will see thousands upon thousands of testimonies of real people that have real results. You can even put my name in the search engine and you'll see a few of my own personal testimonies, okay? So here is the opportunity. We have a new era of entrepreneurship. Nove is not the only company doing that. Amazon's doing it, Walmart's doing it, Best Buy's doing it. But the difference between them and us is that they pay hundreds. We pay thousands for our commission opportunity, okay? Thousands upon thousands. Well, Kim, how do I get started? There are 3 easy levels to get started. If you'd like to take another screenshot of that, be my guest and get back with the person that invited you to this presentation. But guess what? Because you're here, because I love you, I'm going to do some price slashing. So I'm taking $200 off of the big boy package, which is the one that I'm on. So it's only $299 to enroll. And then that's for our affiliate program pro, and $199 instead of the $299 for the affiliate program plus. But guess what? It's a tax deduction. I told you we pay more than one way. So it's a tax deduction because now you qualify as a small business owner. Come on board with us. We know there's 3 different types of people out there, but we're looking for number 3, that you're ready and you're ready to get started. So get back to the person that invited you to this webinar, and we'll be more than happy to show you how to enroll and get started and become a part of our amazing opportunity where we inspire, educate, and provide an opportunity to make it happen. Once again, my name is Kimberly Connor from Colorado Springs, and welcome to Nove.
Thank you, Kim. Ms. Timer, please add 1 minute on the clock, please.
And time.
Thank you. Thank you. So our next speaker will be Mimi. And Mimi she is working on team collaboration. And she is looking to apply the feedback from her last speech and apply it. She has upgraded her slideshow and confidence. And here is her introduction of the Minority Mastermind. Now, Mimi, thanks to Mimi, I am here because when I first wanted to get some information on Toastmasters, I reached out to Mimi, and Mimi reached out to me, and she's like, "Hey," she had enthusiasm. She's like, "We would love to have you. Here's the link. It's at 12:05 Wednesday." And she was like, "This is the best Toastmaster group you will ever be part of." And I did try a few different groups, and she was right. This was the best Toastmaster group. So thank you, Mimi. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toastmaster. Last week, I presented my introduction to the Minority Mastermind, which was what I do on every Thursday at our Black Coffee Talk. So I didn't feel good about it. And luckily, this was the project where I have to apply the feedback. So today we are going to see if I have improved, and I'm hoping that I did. And I ask that you do take out your white glove, your very critical glasses, and give me great feedback. So who is the Feel Rich Group? The Feel Rich Group is who hosts most of the events that I participate in, because the Feel Rich Group is my company. It is a alternative boutique consulting agency. We provide personal and professional development, but we take a different approach to it. We take a holistic approach because we believe that we need to encounter the entire person mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, in order to make lasting change. These three people on the screen are the three people that are on my team. They are the support behind what I do. And then Miss Marilyn J is the face a lot of times in what I do. So she's always that great positive energy that we see anytime we do an event. But I'm grateful for them, so I have to give them thanks first. So these numbers are startling numbers, but they're very real. I come from a zip code 37208, where the Brookings Institute in New York said that 1 out of every 7 of us were destined to be in prison by our 30s. Thank God I'm 40 now and I'm about to turn 41, so I think I'm in the clear. But it's a very real number, and I have wanted to do anything that I could do to change that number. So part of my company is social impact. And the social impact division of my company is the Minority Mastermind. The Minority Mastermind is an opportunity. It is a resource, and it is a solution for the Black and Brown community. I feel like it is the digital version of the Underground Railroad, because a lot of people don't know what they don't know. We know what we know, and we know some things that we don't know. But a lot of us don't know what we don't know. And in my community, that is very prevalent. And I have come to teach them what they don't know that they don't know. So the key goals of the Minority Mastermind is to educate, equip, and empower our audience, our members, and the community at large. We do it through a multitude of events, through workshops, through all kinds of things. But our main baby is the Minority Mastermind. But leading up to that is Coffee Talk. Every Thursday, we have been meeting to have informal conversation where we just literally grab our coffee and have informal conversation about what's really going on out there in the financial landscape. How can we really build generational wealth for generations upon generations upon generations? Like the Bible said, you want to make money for your grandchildren's grandchildren. We also have a monthly masterclass. This month, we are doing a wealth class part 4. Part 4 of the series is rules to money. See, I learned Monopoly and I was good at it, but what I figured out at some point that I needed to become good at Monopoly in real life. And part of that is learning the rules of money. So if you're interested in learning the rules of money, make sure you contact me. I'll get you a link so you can get signed up. But I'm really looking forward to our annual events. This year, we are gearing up to have our first alter ego extravaganza. It will be a charity ball where you get to be who you really want to be, who you are, you know, in the bathroom or at home when nobody's looking. You get to pull that person out and fully be them just for the night and bring your boo with you as well. And then eventually, starting next year, we will have an annual symposium. It'll be a 3-day deal with a gala, and it will be personal and professional development with some top line speakers, including me, I hope. So the Minority Mastermind Institute is the biggest opportunity that we have for people who are like me. We include the full person because it is required in order to build a foundation, to build wealth. Wealth is not just making money. Making money can be done by anyone. I've been reading this book, The Millionaire Mindset, not The Millionaire Mindset, The Millionaire Next Door. And what I definitely have learned is that it doesn't even take 6 figures to become a millionaire, but it does take a certain mindset. And at the Minority Mastermind Institute, we teach that mindset. So how do you become a member of the Minority Mastermind? Well, it's fairly simple, but not so easy. You have to apply because we're not just taking anybody. We are selective. We need to be sure that we are aligned with the right people. So we don't want the folks that are going to be just signing up just to sign up for something just because they can pay for it, but they're never really going to show up and never going to contribute. We want contributors. We want people who are ready to grow, who are committed to change, who are committed to transformation. And through this application process, we will find out, is that person you? And as soon as you are approved, then guess what? It's time to start manifesting. It's time to start taking your manifestation levels to the next level. So the Minority Mastermind has all these moving parts. So if you find that the Minority Mastermind Institute is not for me, well, we have some other places for you, whether you want to be a presenter, you want to be a donor, a contributor, a volunteer. We need all kinds of volunteers and interns. So if you want to help, I don't care if you have 1 hour a week or 1 hour a month that you can contribute to this, I am willing to have you, and I will be happy to have you and have your talent and your skills. I want to thank you all for your time and attention today. Now let's grab that coffee and get to talking. Mr. Toastmaster?
Thank you, Mimi. Miss Timer, could we please add a 1 minute on the clock, please?
Time.
Thank you. So the next portion of our meeting, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's going to be the evaluation part of our speakers. There will be no table topics today. And the person leading the evaluation will be Miss Sheila. And looks like we will be given 30-second feedback on all of our speakers.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. So are we giving, like each person is going to give all 4 present? Is that how we're going
Let's
to?
go one speaker at a time, if y'all don't mind.
Okay, so we're going to evaluate Chanita's and then, okay, that makes sense. All right. I'll start with Kim. If you could give us your evaluation of Chanita, since you're in the right in the corner, we can start with Kim. Or Chanita's evaluation, please.
Absolutely, sure, sure. Thank you. So my evaluation of Shanita, it was very informative. I loved your energy. I loved your information. I did not hear you use the word captious, the word of the day, but that's okay. And then it was, and now I understand why. But anyway, so I did notice that it was a little lengthy, and I was wondering what was going on. But then we understood that in the end. So yeah, overall, you did amazing. I love to hear you speak. You are amazing. Thank you, Shanita.
Thank you, Kim. Arturo, could you give Chinita your evaluation, please?
Yes, thank you. Shanita, what I have on my notes here for you is I did notice that you used less filler words. So great job on that. You did allow yourself to pause instead of adding a filler word. It's one of the best speeches I've heard from you. You used great hand gestures. I really like that. I liked how you summarized the speech at the end. And the only feedback I'd say is just be a little bit more alert on time. You did go over your time by maybe 1 or 2 minutes. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Arturo. Sandy, can you give us your evaluation of Chinita, please?
Only if I can unmute myself. Chinita, my evaluation of you completely changed when I realized that you did not know what the time was, because it felt like you had done your conclusion twice, and I totally picked it up the first time. However, I was able to completely pick up the themes that were really important to you because you repeated them again and again with coaching and the circle and how you found your leadership style in coaching. My only thing I wanted more of is because you touched on a few of the 5 R's. I wanted to know the rest of them, but I do know that respectful is one of the most important ones, and I want to hear more about all 5 of them in the future. Thank you.
Sandy. Janet, could you give us your evaluation of Chinita's speech, please?
Sure. Janita, thank you so much for your talk. It was very interesting. I really learned a lot about what you do and your interest and your passion. The energy was amazing. Cooked us all up for the next. You helped me out a lot because you brought everybody up. One of the things I would love to see is that you tell us a little bit about the scenes. In other words, is it court-ordered visitation? Is it divorce couples? Is it in a church setting? Is it in a, what kind of setting are you working in? Or are you working in all of them? That was in my mind the whole time. Well, where's she doing this? Or how's she doing this? So great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janet. Mimi, could you give us your evaluation of Chinita's speech, please?
Yes, ma'am. So Chinita, I am glad that you have found your jam. That was very apparent, as everyone has mentioned. I want to encourage you to outline your talk so that way you know what the flow is. And then the challenge is to take a deep breath and to take your karaoke confidence onto this stage. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mimi. And my evaluation, Chinita, is I think you did a great job, and I like the way you used examples to explain your speech. The only thing is there was a couple of so's and ums, and just remember to take those intentional pauses instead of filler words like thank you. Now we can move on to evaluation of Janet's speech, and I'll start with Kim again. Could you give us your evaluation of Janet's speech, please?
Absolutely. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Janet, amazing. I feel great. Thank you for those exercises. This is something that I'm definitely going to implement in my daily routine. So for that, I really appreciate the engagement that you had us all do. And not only engagement, you gave us social proof. Like it works. So thank you for that. I really don't have any room for improvement for you. You're a master. You're a natural. So congratulations for that. I will keep my eye on you because when I glow up, I want to be just like you. So thank you, Janet, for your amazing speech.
Arturo, could you give us your evaluation of Janet's speech, please?
Yes. Janet, thank you for your speech. What I got here is, I like how you got us engaged. This is one of the best speeches I've seen everybody get really engaged. I now have an idea. Next time I'm on my next flight and I'm about to get off my plane, I remember, hey, you guys should do this and that. I also liked how you set up for your speech. I just like that. I just like that you did set up for your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Arturo. Sandy, could you give us your evaluation of Janet's speech, please?
For the sake of time, what I'll say is I loved the involvement. You frequently get us involved. We always learn something from you, Queen of Everything. And I've been struggling for room for improvement, and much like Art, I'm coming up empty-handed. So thank you for sharing that with us today.
Thank you, Sandy. Mimi, could you give us your evaluation of Janet's speech, please?
Well, I already gave Janet feedback in the chat box, so for time, you can skip me on the next two
Okay.
rounds.
Okay. And Janita, do you have anything to give Janet's feedback on her speech, please? Oh.
Unmute.
Thank you. Your speech was very interesting, very engaging. You get grade 5.
Thank you.
It was awesome.
And I don't have anything additional to add. You did a great job, Janet. Thank you. And we can move on to Kim's speech if we have time. Arturo, do you have anything to give to Kim or?
For Kim, I would say I like the PowerPoint. I like the PowerPoint idea, and I would like to see, even though I would like to see a bit more hand gestures in the future, I would also like to see share a little more information about the business, the company. I wasn't 100% sure. Is this a company to help build my credit? Thank you.
Thank you, Arturo. Sandy, do you have anything for Kim?
Quickly, Kim, the way I would describe your speaking style is clear and confident. Yay, you.
Nice job. Thank you, Sandy. Janet, do you have anything to add for Kim's valuation?
All of the above. And there was so much information. What I would really like, because it's new to me and I wanted to do it, I couldn't do the screenshots, so I couldn't do that part. If you can tell us what your company is, and maybe it felt like a sales pitch, which it probably was, but I couldn't tell. I was thinking, I need to check on this. Is it a financial planning company? Is it credit repair? And then say something else so that we would know. And if you want to, you can be an affiliate and make money this way. I didn't see a segue to understand the difference between the two things, and they're both really valuable. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Janet. Janita, do you have anything to add for Kim's evaluation?
Yes. Kim, your speech was very clear. The information was very practical. People need to, who need to build their credit. This is an awesome program. And only thing is there a little noise? There's like a little noise every time you speak. I don't know if you noticed it, but I don't know. It sounds like a fan or something. I'm not sure. So that's the only thing that I'm wondering about. But besides that, excellent. You're a great speaker.
Thank you, Janita. And I don't have anything additional other than you had great energy. I loved your speech. Thank you. Now, for Mimi's evaluation, Kim, do you have something you would comments for Mimi, please?
Sure, real quick. Mimi, I love the way that great information as always. I love the way that you're critiquing it every week to perfection. It gets better every week. I like the fact comparing it from the previous weeks to now, where you took off like the dollar amount, you have piqued people's interest to come to you for that information. And that's where you'll create the meaningful conversation one-on-one. So congratulations for that.
Nice job. Quickly, we're over time. Do we need to wrap this up? We're already past 1 o'clock. Sorry.
I think we should,
Okay.
as Toastmasters, if nothing, we are appreciative of the value of people's time that they take out at their lunch hour to participate.
So with that, I'll pass it back to Arturo as the Toastmaster.
Sounds good. Mimi, I will give my feedback later through email. Thank you, everyone. Great meeting. I love the meeting. I will pass this to our president.
Thank you, Art, for being a most excellent Toastmaster today and every time you participate in a meeting. We appreciate you. If you need to drop, we understand. It's a lunch hour meeting and our time is all valuable. I will skip announcements because we can always do them another day and we can do them through email. But you know what we can't skip? We can't skip planning our next meeting. And that is why we are giving our attention to your Vice President of Education, maybe the motivator.
Thank you, Madam President. So let's get this roster filled up for next week fast and in a hurry. Of course, you know, I want a Toastmaster. I would like a table topics master, a timer, and a speaker right off the bat. So who's going for what? Unmute
Table
yourself.
topics.
Say it again.
I was gonna get that.
Table topics, please.
Okay.
I've never
Oh,
been
yeah,
a
that's
table
right. I
topics.
think I've already put you in for table topics, if I'm not mistaken. I did. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
Art is table topics. Somebody else.
Timer,
Timer, and that is, who is that? I can't see you.
Kimberly, Kim.
All right. All right. Who's going to speak next week? Y'all can't watch me speak every week now. You know I will.
Let's see, Arturo, well, he already has a job. Sheila, she can speak.
Sheila, how do you feel about that? Are you okay with that?
I could try. I'll fill up, I'll say something.
Right. The great Yoda says there is do or do not. There is no try.
Shanita will speak again.
All right. Go ahead, Shanita Lynn, my friend. I'm proud of you. All right. So who else is on the line? Unmute yourself and let me know what position you would prefer to speak before I volunteered you.
It's Janet. I'll take anyone that you need. If you need evaluators or if you need the other kind of role, just put it in.
Okay. You just recently served as timer, correct?
Last week I was timer. This week
Okay.
I'm speaker.
Okay. So what I am looking at is maybe a general evaluation for now.
I do that very consistently. If somebody,
Okay. Well, let me find something you haven't done. Hold on. Let me pull that screen up. I would say, would you at least be a speech evaluator?
Sure.
Okay.
And I do have to sign off, guys. You have an amazing afternoon, week.
Thank
evening.
you.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Hi,
Have a good
Kim. Have a
Bye.
great day.
You as
Stay
well.
cool.
All right.
I
Okay.
this is Sandy.
Yes.
I will be here next week, but I'll have to drop early. Is there a role that you only need me for the beginning of the meeting for?
Well, if you're first evaluator, will that count?
I think so. I mean, as long as we're clipping along at a good pace.
Okay, that's what we'll do then. Thank
And
you so
whatever I
much.
can't verbally do, I'll follow up with email.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
I can be general evaluator as well as an evaluator, but surely there'll be more people, able to attend next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So we'll leave the spots open for now and then we'll go from there. Let me see. I'm gonna assign some roles. Okay, y'all. Well, thank you so much. And I will see you all next week.
Take it easy.